Tommy Oliver, arguably the greatest Ranger in Ranger history. If not, then most certainly the most decorated Ranger in Ranger history. Serving on multiple teams, holding the title for longest run on Power Rangers, and holding the most Ranger powers. Power-ups notwithstanding. Looking at you, Orion. But in honor of Jason David Frank's birthday, earlier last week, because this video is late, here are some of the best Tommy Oliver moments in the Power Rangers series, in my opinion. Now, these are strictly Tommy moments from the show, so I did not include any badass stuff from the comics, because there's a lot in the comics. Anyway, on to number 10. I hate Megaforce. Just getting it out of the way. But while the Mega Battle was just okay, I'll admit to still loving seeing the Rangers, the ones they managed to get, join in the battle. And who should be leading them but the greatest legend in Ranger history, Tommy Oliver. It's a great scene in an otherwise lackluster finale. Dude, he just spin kicked a robotic T-Rex in the face. Nothing else needed. Carry on. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was known to have its silly moments, but when it got serious, it got serious. And I was definitely able to appreciate that more as I grew older. One such time was when Green Ranger powers came on attack the first time, when Rita busted out a green candle she forgot she had. And in order to save his powers, Tommy transferred them to Jason. It was such an awesome yet sad moment because we thought he was gone for good. Either the powers would have been gone and he would have been done for, or, you know, he would have gave the powers to Jason and never came back. But things changed for the better. The years had passed and Tommy was grown up and teaching about science and dinosaurs. Then, of course, some bad guy shows up. He trains a new team of Rangers, and lo and behold, he becomes one again. Even with Elsa saying he was a little too old for this, he rubs it in her smug face and morphs. It's one of the most badass things ever, because he just goes to town on Tyrannodrones and meets in battle with Zeltrax. It was really, really fun to see that moment. But another even more badass thing was the creation and revelation of the White Ranger. He ascended from upon high and rejoined the team even more powerful than before, becoming leader of the Power Rangers. The White Ranger will be his longest power while he was with the Mighty Morphin team. It also raised the question of who was stronger, green or white. Well, about that.
Time. I was hoping you'd say that. Tiger Sword! Dragon Sword!
I swear, when this happened, it was one of the most talked about things in school back then. The White Ranger was cloned, and the clone was given the powers of the evil Green Ranger, and they popped off in hand fighting, and then eventually went to Megazord fighting. It was the last time we would see the Dragon Sword for so long. Now, the ending of this raises a lot of questions. Power Rangers broke the time continuum so many times, but it was still such a badass thing to do. On to number 4. The Green Ranger powers are under attack again, and this time they're gone for good. That didn't stop Tommy from going head to head with Goldar, though, who really had beef with both him and Jason. I mean, he had beef with all the Rangers, yeah, but like, the majority of the fights, which I really loved about Goldar, which I might do a video of him later, was that, you know, it was him versus Jason, or him versus Tommy, or him versus all of them. Or, you know, it was really good. And so, you know, now that he had no powers and he got Tommy down on his knees, he was like, dude, you failed. Here are all the times you failed with a little clip show. Now I want you to tell me I am your better. I am the superior one. And it's just like when Tommy's finna say it, he's finna give up and give in. It's just, well, you know what? Just watch this. just Watch this. That's this.
Say it. You are. Yes. Go on. Out of your mind. Let's do it.
Forever Red is hands down the best crossover. Just barely beating out to the 10th power in my opinion. But there's a reason for that. It's epic. I mean, all previous Red Rangers gathered together to fight a common threat, so badass. And since it was the Machine Empire, as a threat, it was only right that, Tommy led the mission along with Jason and Andros. It was really great seeing these Rangers together and seeing him fight alongside Wes, the hero of time, and seeing his flying CO power kick on the moon. So badass. This episode stands as one of my top 5 episodes of Down Thunder. And it's a great blend of storytelling with the 4 young Rangers fighting without their powers while Tommy fights for his life against his old Ranger powers. And the way it built up was really well done over the course of several episodes. And I won't go into the behind the scenes of why they had him stay in the Ranger suit and did the voiceovers and stuff. But when he came back in full force, and this was just a great episode. Seeing those Ranger, it was really a shock and surprise seeing those Ranger powers. Again, even though it was in his mind. I mean, it makes you think how all the Rangers see the problems in their life, or if that happens. I don't know. It's just really awesome to see that. And number 1. So, did you not see this coming? Seriously, how many of you saw this coming? I mean, how could his greatest moment not be his introduction? His corruption, his ass kickery, and his turn to the light. It still stands as one of the greatest arcs in the 24-year history of Power Rangers. Of all the Power Rangers. And to me, it's the greatest Tommy Oliver moment ever. Seeing him fight for Rita, seeing him train against putties in order to gain the power and the sword, and then train and then attack the Rangers. He wrecked the Rangers, and he set the stable for every evil Rangers from then on to just wreck the Rangers in their very first interaction. And he just hops in the Megazord, just knocks them out, and then he even did a Kamehameha. Like, I don't know what he did an energy blast. He put his hands together in the form of a Kamehameha, and he did a Kamehameha. Anyway, guys, so this has been my top 10 moments, the top 10 best moments of Tommy Oliver in the Ranger series. What are some of your top 10 favorite moments from Tommy Oliver in the series as a whole? It could be just all Green Ranger moments. It could be just all White Ranger moments. And I will do more top 10s about those later. So, thanks for tuning in to our first Ranger Ops episode. There will be more on the way, as this is going to be a weekly series with at least 1 or 2 videos every Friday. Until then, have a more phenomenal day, and may the power protect you.